When I got my first TV show, they were paying me $5,000 a week. I was in the car with my buddy Eddie. We were on Franklin in L.A., and I go, $5,000 a week. Oh my God, I'm a millionaire. My buddy goes, yeah, you are. You're going to be a millionaire. I was like, holy shit. Dude, I spent money like I was a millionaire. I ran out of that money so quick.
Your buddy Eddie didn't let you know that you're not a millionaire?
No.
He just was like,
why did you spend... So, here's my question.
I tore through that money like I had a month to live.
Well, you lose money because you got to pay so much of it out, and then you're like, oh, fuck, I don't have nearly that much money.
Dude,
But even though you thought you were a millionaire, right? Why would you spend more than $5,000 a week? You couldn't even do the short-term math?
Dude, I had no concept of the dollar. I just was. I mean, I remember one time I took my wife. I just met my wife. We started dating, and I was like, "Let's go to Italy for New Year's." And she was like, "Okay." And I bought tickets, and I was like, "Oh, $13,000 for tickets sounds rational."
Is that how much they were?
Yeah.
$13,000?
Yeah.
You guys went first or business?
First class.
All right, so
or probably business, I guess.
$6,500 for business?
Dude, wait, you've never paid like a big ticket price?
I have a couple of times, but usually it's obviously it's always for a gig, so there's like something coming out of it, or they give you X amount towards it.
You paid that though?
I've paid that a lot, by the way.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I guess international business is expensive. That's kind of naive of me.
Yeah, I flew business when I did my tour in Australia. I flew business and I paid for it myself.
You paid?
Yeah.
How much was it?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
I got flown, so I forget how much it was. The promoter got a deal, but it's very expensive.
How did the reality get to you that you were not actually a millionaire? So what was the first big purchase that you made when you thought you were a millionaire? And then at what point did you realize that $5,000 a week does not make you a millionaire?
The first thing I got was a car.
What kind of a car?
I got the Eddie Bauer limited edition Expedition.
Now, is that a reasonable purchase?
I think.
How much was it?
Probably not. I mean, now that
it's pretty expensive car.
Considering I make a lot more money than I did then, right now, and I'm looking at one again, like going on. I don't know if I'm going to get the limited. That's a little expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just was like, that's the car I want. I get it.
Expedition is like the top of the line Ford car, right?
Yeah. And at the time, it still is, I guess. And then I went and I got.
Were you penny wise, dollar foolish?
I was. Yeah. I went and I got an apartment in the hills. It was like $1,300, like $1,500 a month. I literally. But here's the biggest problem is I never let anyone pick up a check. I was always picking up checks
because you're a millionaire.
I was a millionaire. A millionaire.
And then at what point? How many weeks in to getting $5,000 a week did you realize mathematically?
I never did.
Wait, is your family, your parents, like my mother was good at money, so it kind of rubbed off. Is your mom and dad good at money or no?
My dad is. My mom is horrible with money.
What does she do that's so bad?
Just the same thing. She spends, but like she's better than she was. But growing up, she was never good with money. When a month before Georgia was born, I was like,
is that your first or your second?
My first.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna take a few months off and be there for the birth, and then be there for like the first month of her life. I want to be around. And I had a business manager, and he was like, I just done Birth Conqueror, or no, I did just done Hurt Bert, and I had a business manager, and he was like, hey man, you need to like book a commercial or something. And I was like, oh, why? And he was like, you're broke. And I was like, wait, how's that possible? And he goes, you have to pay taxes. And I go, wait, what do you mean taxes? He was like, you owe like $40,000 in taxes. I was like, how much do I have in my bank account? And he was like, $35,000. And I was like, wait, how am I going to do that? And he was like, I have no idea. And so that was the first time I appreciated the dollar. And then I started featuring. I left. Georgia was born. We had to induce labor. I left the day after she was born and flew to Miami to work with Dave Attell for $700 featuring.
Wow.
And then
for the whole weekend, right?
Yep. And I featured for Louis the next weekend, Daniel Tosh the next weekend. I featured every week that entire year, and I started headlining then. But I was broke. That's when I started figuring out.
Did you start spending different, like because you had been penny wise, dollar foolish?
Yeah, I remember Daniel Tosh came over to my house, and we were gonna go play poker. And I said to Leanne, I was like, Leanne, I've got a baby, a newborn, and I go, hey, I need $100 for the buy-in for poker. She goes, we don't have it. And I said, no, like, can I just get it from you? And she was like, no, we don't have it. And I was like, Leanne, I just give me $100. I'm going to win it back. And she was like, no, we don't have $100. I was like, of course we do. And she goes, we do not have $100. And Daniel Tosh goes, I'm so uncomfortable right now. I'll give you the $100. He was standing in my kitchen.
Hope so. He had a $25 million deal. I'll throw you $100. Good for him.
But no, he wasn't rich then. He was
just a good guy.
But you didn't. So it's not that she was like, we don't have $100 for you to spend on poker. It's, we do not have $100.
We did not have $100. And I was like, fuck, how am I broke again?
And you have a kid.
I know, yeah.
But not $100.
I was just talking to Tom about this the other day, how irresponsible it was for me to just have 2 kids and not have any hopes of a career, just be featuring. And just being like, it'll work itself out.
Right.
How expensive are kids, right? That's fucking a lot of money.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it is. Right?
I just hung out with Hannibal. I just hung out with Hannibal the other night, and I look at what a single male can do with money, and I'm just like,
oh my God,
dude, it's amazing. He has a tour bus. It's like for him, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy another property.
Why not?
Yeah, because it's just, dude, if I didn't have 2 kids,
he's making buku dollars.
Buku.
That's so cool. Buku dinero.
Yeah. Well, you must travel abroad.
Buku bucks.
But yeah, kids are expensive as shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just everything. Whatever money there is, that's the kids' money.
Braces.
Right.
My daughters both need their teeth fixed. Braces.
And how far apart are they?
2 years.
Oh,
the teeth.
Private school.
Why private school?
Because
is LA?
I don't blame you, Bert.
Is LA public schools not good?
They went to public school up until 8th grade, and then 9th grade they go to private.
Private only.
Yeah. How come?
Yeah.
Public school is just a bunch of animals.
Now, my kid's going to public school.
No.
Yeah, I went to public school. My kid will go to public school.
Yeah, but it depends on where you
call
live.
you a shining success story.
I'm a huge success. You think I should not be trying to repeat, but maybe better?
Yeah, I would say you're not the example that you should be giving of what public school can do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there are other success stories as well.
It depends on where you live. So, like, you have to...
Westchester.
Is it good public schools?
Oh, yeah, that's why... think about why they call it that. You know what I mean? It's not coincidence.
Yeah.
Westchester.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't need private schools.
Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, that's what I figured. There's like 4 Buffalo Wild Wings all in private.
Yeah. Well,
so,
that's usually when you can tell you're in a good neighborhood.
That's good. My wife wants to move because last October, somebody, a student from the high school got stabbed outside the Dunkin' Donuts across the street from us and died.
Jesus.
But, other than that... Was it a
robbery or was it a domestic argument?
No, it was, I think, it wasn't domestic.
Well, could it be 2 people who were dating and one stabbed the other?
No, I think it was gang-related.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, that's
those public schools are probably awesome.
Well, it was like there were.
No, a lot of times gangs don't recruit out of high schools. They go to private schools.
They go more to the private.
They
schools.
do.
Private schools.
That's where the money is and everything. Yeah, there were 3 stabbings.
3
within about within 3 months, I think, of each other last school year.
Are you still there, or is this when you lived in another place?
No, no. This is
same school,
the district.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you going to send the kid to private school?
No.
Maybe after this contract you can.
Ooh.